What's up, guys? This is Costude1, and it's time for my Six Flags Great America Trip 2 of 2013 wrap-up. Okay, so my second trip was Sunday, May 12th, 2013. Park hours for that day were 8 o'clock a.m. or 10:30 a.m. to 7 o'clock p.m. We went on Mother's Day, and we started out the day on Superman. Now, when we went on Superman Junior, we saw Junior again, and he was on the same train as me. I went with my mom, dad, and my sister. We ran into Jamie and Ken later in the day, and the morning was pretty calm actually until we got to X Flight. There was a guy on X Flight who was about 5 people behind us. And he was flat out criticizing the park. He was like, oh, I don't want to see any more B&M track in this park. I can't believe X-Flight is running one train when Gatekeeper just opened and it's running 3 trains. Are they seriously giving up already? And stuff like that. He would not stop saying mean stuff about the park. No matter what you could do, you could not get him to shut up. And then he was getting the guy in the line to go ahead and agree with his conversation. He was actually talking to a guy about this, and the guy, you could tell that this guy didn't give a flying you know what, but oh well. And then I pulled pork for lunch, like I did first trip, and after that, my parents were in JB's barbecue, so I made my way over to Skydrag Tower. Well, there were 2 older men who were ride operators there, and they were really cool, actually. They were really getting into their jobs, which is hard to see on Skytrack Tower some of the time. But they were like, this is the best job in the world, great people, great coworkers. They like having a job. 2 retired guys. There was no parking fiasco this time. Thumbs up on that. And while my parents were still in JB's barbecue, I made my way to Viper, and I rode Viper front row, cause it was a walk-on. So I did once, which was about second to last row, I want to say, and no, not second to last, about far from second to last, 6th row about, and I did my hands down on the first ride, and then the second time I went front row and I put my hands up the whole ride. It was totally awesome. The longest wait we had to wait this time was an hour for X-Flight, which wasn't really that bad considering it was one ride in one train, and considering we had to wait a half an hour the first time we went, even though we had the Flash Pass, which made absolutely no sense. We got a total of 13 rides. There was and then for dinner I did the pizza again, but there was an incident. I went to the same area where I bought the pizza on trip 1, and they let me have cheese sticks. Now I asked for cheese sticks this time, and they say I'm not able to have it with the season dining pass. So I'm like, well, last time I was here, they allowed me to add cheese sticks. And the guy was like, oh, well, I don't want to risk my job, so I'm not going to let you have cheese sticks. Ridiculous. If you're allowed one time, like, if it was not, it wasn't, I wasn't really affected by what he said. It's just the way he said it to me. He said it with a really mean attitude. He did not seem like much of a job, or much like he was a friendly person. Reduced capacity once again on Wizard, running one train. Superman was running one train. Batman was running one train as usual for the season. Eagle was riding red, and X-Flight was running one train. Raging Bull and Demon were both at 2 trains. We saw even more on the Ignite construction. And speaking of the Ignite construction, the Ignite Plaza, or so they call it for this year, I talked to a lady who works in the Hometown Square area, and she said that'll apparently be permanent for the rest of the time of the park. It should in my opinion, it should be really a one-time thing because I don't think they're able to use they didn't, the way she expressed it, it sounded like they're only going to use the Fairgrounds Junction station for this year's Scenic Railway, not the hometown station. So that'll be just sitting there and being like, hello, hello, please don't mind me. I'm just sitting here. Please use me. Oh, you're not going to use me because you put in a dumb show or something like that. And then I bought a Six Flags Great America sweatshirt. Uh, we were originally supposed to go with Jamie and Ken, and they were supposed to meet us in front of the operating status, which didn't happen. But we finally ran into them on American Eagle, and I rode with them on American Eagle this time. So yeah, overall, this was a great trip. Trip 3, look for it. It should be on Sunday, May 19th, 2013. So keep that in mind, and yeah, have a Six Flags day. This is Costume 1 signing out with the second wrap-up of the 2013 season. Have a great day, everyone.